Tactical Session 1 is looking at the fast break. This is to be able to score from a fast break opportunity. Fast break is collecting a rebound from a defensive play, bringing it up court quickly and scoring with the attacking play. Warm-up is suicide runs. I decided to suicide runs because it is quick, fast pace, and it varies lengths, replicated in a fast break. Therefore, warm-up is suited to the focus of the session. Activity 1 is replicating a fast break. This gets participants used to playing in a fast break without having the opposition as a distraction. Also means that we can look at a way to fast break and break it down as a skill. Activity 2 is the same drill but with opposition there. This means that participants has to get used to opposition being there and working around their opposition. Activity 3. This is a 3-on-3, putting them all in a game situation. In addition, they get extra points for using the fast break previously looked at in the session. So if a point is made from a fast break, they get 2 points. Any other basket scored, they get 1 point. Cooldown is one player leading a cooldown with the rest of the team listening to that one player. This develops leadership of that one player leading the cooldown. It also develops teamwork as the rest of the team has to listen to that one player. Tactical Session 2 has a focus of man-to-man marking. This is looking at being able to man-to-man mark both attacking and defensively. Man-to-man marking is where a player chooses another player to mark or stick with throughout that game. Warm-up is follow the leader. This is where in pairs you follow the leader, copying moves and activities, stretches, etc. For example, running, lunges, etc. This gets performers used to following a person, copying them, sticking with them, therefore relating to the rest of the session. Activity 1 is getting used to sticking with a player. Each person will be given a player to stick with, and they have to follow them throughout this drill. This is looking at the defensive side of man-to-man marking. Activity 2 is the same drill, but roles are reversed, so it is looking at the attacking ability of man-to-man marking. Activity 3 is putting them in a 3-on-3 game situation. This is being looked at as a team game, so everybody has to stick with their player. The coach gives points to whoever is making man-to-man moves throughout that game. Cooldown again is a one person leading the warm-up. Again, increases leadership and teamwork throughout that team. Tactical Session 3. This is focusing on a screenplay whilst attacking. This aim is to be able to perform a screen to make an attacking chance or make an opportunity to score. A screen is where a fellow teammate blocks the opposition in order for you to get round your man that is marking you to shoot, pass, or make a run. The warm-up is a shooting warm-up. This is just to get the heart rate up and focus on the shooting aspect of the game. This links into the session as players will need to shoot at some point during the session, so warming up their shooting at the start is key. Activity 1. This is getting participants used to setting a screen. So there is only one movement within this. This is the player running to set the screen and then the player running to shoot to the basket. No other movements. Very basic to start with. Activity 2 is the same drill, apart from we're adding in a pass after the screen has been set. This adds a little bit more difficulty to the drill, therefore progressing the screenplay into a harder territory. Activity 3 is a 3-on-3 game, standard basketball rules. However, they get 1 point for scoring normally, 2 points for using a screen in attacking play, and 3 points if a pass is made and they score during the screen. Cooldown again is one player leads a cooldown with the group. This again develops leadership and teamwork throughout the group. Technical session number 1. This is a focus of shooting under the basket, most specifically the layup. Aim of this is to be able to lay up correctly by the end of the session. Warm-up is a suicide run. I chose this because it is a change of speeds and change of lengths, distance of running, which is commonly used throughout basketball. It's good as it's a heart rate raiser, and it's commonly linked to the game of basketball. First activity is layup lines. This is getting participants used to layupping, checking for poor technique and correcting it. It also allows the people that aren't looking at the layup to focus on their rebound and get that better. Activity 2 is the same, but this time it will be contested. This puts the attacking player under pressure, gets them used to putting their layup into a game situation. Activity 3 is a 3-on-3. This puts the whole thing into a game situation. They get extra points for scoring a layup. So they are encouraged to score a layup rather than shooting from a jump shot. Cooldown is dynamic stretches in a circle led by me or another coach. This just gets participants cooled down quickly in order to reduce injury that could occur. Technical session 2 is shooting outside of the key, so anywhere that is in 2 to 3 feet of the basket. The aim of the session is to be able to jump shot correctly with the correct technique and also be consistent with the basket scored. Warm-up is the 3-man weave. This is getting participants passing up and down the pitch continuously. In addition, it's also moving into space, which is used in basketball. It's also a pulse raiser ready for the session ahead. Activity 1 is just in a line shooting. This allows me to pick up on poor technique and correct their technique, therefore improving their jump shot before we go any further within the session. Activity 2 is shooting from different areas, so they're not just used to shooting straight on from the basket. Also look at how to shoot from different areas in regards to where to place the ball in the hoop or backboard. Activity 3 is a 3-on-3, same as any 3-on-3 that would happen. However, this time they get a point, just 1 point for scoring any basket. They get extra points for scoring outside of the D, therefore encouraging them to score using the techniques looked at previous to the session. Cooldown is a numbered dynamic stretch circle. This is led by me or another coach. This just gets participants cooled down quickly to decrease the chance of injury. Technical session 3 is passing, most importantly looking at the chest pass. Aim of the session is to be able to pass in different ways successfully, but most importantly the chest pass. Warm-up is suicides. Again, it's a change in pace and distance, which is most like the game of basketball. In addition, it is also a pulse raiser, getting participants ready for the session ahead. Activity 1 is just in pairs, passing to and from each other. This allows me to pick up on incorrect technique and correct it to improve the chest pass ready for the rest of the session. Activity 2 is chest passing whilst players are moving. This allows players to look to space in order to receive passes. It also allows the passer to look at players and where they need to go. Activity 3 is a possession game. This is where players will be in a small box and they have to hold possession from the opposition. The team, will get 1 point for making a successful pass and 5 if it is a chest pass. This encourages them to use a chest pass previously looked at during the session. The cooldown is a dynamic stretch circle. This again is led by me or another coach. It gets participants cooled down quickly in order to reduce the risk of injury.